It's going live at the same time. I'm trying to look at two different screens at exactly the same time. So hello to those watching on Instagram, and hello to those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube and my group. We're talking about AI today, and this is really important for you as not so much a creator, but as a consumer. So I will explain that in a moment. So how familiar are you with AI just in general? Are you aware that AI has probably been tracking you and your habits on social media and websites and that for years? AI is getting a lot of traction now, especially for creators, and what we can do with AI is amazing. But there is a big downside and a downfall for you as a consumer that we need to be wary of and retrain the algorithms to get around it. Okay, so I just want to share that with you today, and I hope this is helpful. For those of you that are in my coaching community, I just finished an in-depth training on a practical training on Reels. So how to push all the buttons, which buttons to push, how to get audio, how to get the words, how to edit the timing, all the things. So if you are a coaching community member, make sure you go and catch that replay. It's in the coaching community Facebook group now. And I did have the wrong time for Pacific. If you're in the Pacific time zone, I gave you the wrong time that the training was on. So the replay is there. That's my bad. But if you're a coaching community member, make sure you go and catch that training. Okay. So AI, every single one of you should be using AI for content creation. If you don't, you're going to get left behind. No question about it. Everybody's using, well, not everybody. There might be some people watching that are not using AI, but you definitely want to use AI to make your life a lot easier. AI can help you create content. It can help you create attention grabbers for your reels and your posts and any kind of social media content that you're putting out there. Like, make your life a lot easier and use an AI tool. So that's awesome. The downside, well, let me ask you this question. How do you feel about, let's take Facebook for an example. How do you feel about your news feed? Are you seeing more and more content that you don't really want to see? Are you seeing random type posts and a lot of sponsored ads? Let me know. How do you think how effective do you think your news feed and on any kind of platform is relevant to actually what you want to see? Would love to know your feedback on that, because if you actually watch closely and if you've noticed, our news feeds are kind of changing to become really random, really irrelevant content from sometimes people you don't already know, a lot of sponsored ads, and it's being less and less effective over time to maybe what you want to see. And AI is actually causing that. So if you're finding that and you're finding you're not seeing necessarily what you want to see, or you're seeing a lot of ads and a lot of things, like you go and Google something and the next minute there's an ad on your Facebook, you are being tracked by AI, and you have been for years. Whether you realize it or not, you've been tracked by AI for years and years and years and years. It is just really predominant now. How does that affect you? So there's two sides to AI. If you are a creator of content, which if you're listening to my live videos, you're probably building on social media. And if you're building on social media, you should be using AI. That's the upside of AI. If you've got an AI tool that you are using, use it. If you like, use it to your advantage. Cut down your content creation time. Use it, like, get familiar with whatever platform that you're using and use it every single day so it gets to know you. And absolutely 100% use that to your advantage. That is a huge upside of AI as a creator. As a consumer, if you are not controlling certain things, and I'll give you 5 tips in this video to help you with this. If you're not controlling your content as a consumer, what you are going to see in your newsfeed across all the platforms, because they all work the same way, is going to become really ineffective for you with your networking with your business. Okay? So if you are seeing, you probably won't stop ever seeing sponsored ads, because that's what the platform is all about. That's why they offer sponsored ads. They get paid. Facebook and the platforms get paid major bucks from people to do Facebook ads. Will probably never stop that, but you can control more than you think what you see. Now, when you go to Facebook or any platform, Instagram, even TikTok, if you're building a business on social media, you want the platforms to be effective for you. You want to see the content you want to see. You want to network with the people that you want to network. You want them to be seeing you and you seeing them, etc. Don't you? Like, you want your news feed to be effective for you. I would challenge you to go to your feed after this live and really check in, because some of you might not be taking notice, what's being put in front of you and whether that is effective for you and the content that you are seeing, or whether it's largely stuff that's being put in your face that is totally random to what you're on social media for, and it's actually distracting you. Okay? You need to train. Like, as a consumer, you train an AI tool to give you the content that you want it to create, correct? On the receiving side of that, as a consumer of social media, it's working in the reverse for you. And unless you control it on this side as well, that can be a huge downfall to you with what you see and who you're connected with on your social media. So here's 5 things that I recommend that you do to control your feed and the content as a consumer. As a creator, use your AI tools. Get in there. Let your AI tool, whatever that is, learn you, everything about you, your business, what you're trying to help people with, etc. So it comes up with content for you that you can put out on your socials and attract the right people. So that's one side of it. The downside of it is, unless you're in tune with how AI is working for you as a consumer, that side of it is going to let you down. So here's what you want to do. Take notice and be aware of what you're seeing in your newsfeed. And I'm going to give you more so Facebook examples here, but I'm going to give you ways that you can control your feed, and you should be doing this every day to make the platform as effective for you as it can be. Okay? Whenever you see a piece of content, do I want to see this? Do I want to see content from this person? Do I want to see ads from these people? Yes or no? Make a decision. Okay? So when you're scrolling, and I know you all scroll, you come to Facebook, you will see a post. Let me find. Okay. Is Liz watching? I don't know if Liz is watching. So I've got a post from Liz. I don't think she's watching. Okay. 3 dots on the side of anything. Sponsored posts, people, pages, whatever. Every post has 3 dots. Oh, this one's limited. This might be limited because this is my old phone. I know the options that come up for me on my new phone, which I'm actually live streaming on Instagram. So this is my very old phone, and it's not giving me as many options. So this would be interesting for you guys to have a look at what options you see when you click the 3 dots on somebody's post or a sponsored post. I know what I see on my newer phone is show me more of this type of content, show me less of this kind of content, hide it because you don't want to see it, snooze the person for 30 days, unfollow the person if you're following them. If it's a page, you can leave their page. You can also leave a group And you can also add to favorites. So I don't know what options you're going to see. On my old phone, all I can see is save post, hide post, report post. I can still add Liz to my favorites. So that's an option. So if there's somebody that you're really following, there's something that you really want to see all the time, add that to your favorites, train the algorithm to what you want to see. This is how AI works on the reverse side of it. So what do you want to see in your newsfeed? If there's things and people that you want to see content from, go to the 3 dots and add it to your favorites, because that's the content that you'll see more of. If you're on a newer phone, you'll have options like show me more of this or show me less than this. Do it. Okay. If you want to snooze somebody, send that message to the algorithm. If you want to unfollow somebody, do it there and then. Like if you're seeing content that you don't want to see, that doesn't serve you in any way, and maybe it's highly tailored towards, maybe you did go and Google something or you searched something on Facebook and now you're seeing sponsored ad after sponsored ad. Maybe you looked at something to do with weight loss and now all you see in your newsfeed is everybody that's selling weight loss. Maybe you looked at a camper trailer and all you see now is anybody that's selling a camper trailer or camping goods or something like that. You're seeing all of that in your newsfeed. I don't know what you're seeing. Have a look at what you're seeing, but it's actually distracting you from what's important on social media. It's interfering with your algorithm. So you are seeing content that is not serving you in any way. To connect with the right people on social media. Do you see what I mean about the downside of this and how it affects what you see? Because when you go to social media, you are already distracted. Don't tell me you're not, because I know you are. But if what you're seeing, the content, because you have Googled something about, camping or weight loss or makeup or something or other, especially if you bought something off a platform, guess what? You're going to see a whole lot of coming up. Now, only you know whether that serves you, whether you want to see it or whether you don't. But if you suddenly thought, man, I'm getting bombarded with this information, you need to train the algorithm, because AI is tracking your every move and it's going to continue to put more content in front of you that you've searched, that you've looked for. Maybe you've even bought something. This is how TikTok works, and it works incredibly well. It's very reactive. Well, Instagram and Facebook are catching up, and they're doing that through AI. So unless you're aware of that, what you see is going to be really ineffective for you as far as your networking, the content, the distractions, and everything you see from your feed. So you need to control that a little bit better. So while you're scrolling your feed, have a look. Does this serve me? Do I want to see this? Do I want to see less of this? Click the 3 buttons and go through whatever options you got. As I said, looking at my old phone now, there's nowhere near as many options as on my new phone, which I'm live streaming on Instagram. Okay. So that's number 1. Tell the algorithms and tell AI what you want to see more of and what you want to see less of. Okay. The second thing, I don't know if you've seen it, but I certainly have. In my notifications, so if you actually look at your notifications on your phone for the platforms, it gives me messages every now and again. Such and such has done, it'll tell me what people are doing on social media. It'll send me a notification. It'll actually put a little prompt in front of me. Do you want to see more of this or do you want to see less of this? Utilize those prompts. Train the algorithm and train the AI as a consumer with what you do and don't want to see. If you ignore all of those kind of prompts, your news feed is going to be full of stuff that doesn't serve you. It's going to end up distracting you. You'll probably end up buying things that you don't need. And social media in general is not going to put in front of you what's going to serve you the best for being on this platform. Okay. So number 2, if you see them, I don't see them all the time, but I certainly see notifications when I check my notifications. Do you want to see more of this or less of this? Tell AI, tell the platform what you do and don't want to see more and less of. Okay. Number 3, if you want to change who you see content from, go and send them a message in Messenger. Go and interact and be a nice person, be a human before a marketer, and go and interact with people in Messenger that you want to interact with. And that they are the people that you will see the content from. It freaks me out every time somebody messages me, we're messaging, and then go to my news feed. Guess whose content I suddenly see? That person that I've just spoken to in Messenger. Super, super, super powerful with AI and the algorithms. So if you want to retrain the algorithms and use AI to your advantage, go and say hello to some people that are on your radar in Messenger. You'll soon see their content in your feed. So you can control that really quickly and really easily. So that's number 3. Number 4, you can review. I don't know if you know this is possible. You can only do it on a computer from what I can tell. I don't think it's available on a phone, maybe. But I do it on my computer. If you go to like Facebook on your computer and you go to your the general Facebook feed, have a look at the options on the left-hand side. One of those options will say feeds. When you click on feeds, it enables you to look at a news feed just for your friends. It will say friends. Click on friends and you'll only see content from your friends. It also allows you to look at feeds for groups and all the groups that you're in. So click on the word groups and then you will see a feed, a news feed, just from content from all the groups that you're in. There's also one for pages. So you could go to this feeds option, choose pages, and just look at your news feed. The only content that will pop up is from all the pages that you are following. Then you can click the 3 dots and control that. I guarantee you, majority of you are in a hell of a lot of groups that you don't remember that you joined. You don't need to be in them. Don't clog up your feeds full of sponsored ads and posts from people that doesn't mean anything to you. It's not serving you with being on social media and trying to grow businesses on social media. Does that make sense to you? So that's another 4th thing that, a lot of you may not be aware that you can do. We lost a friend's feed a couple of years ago, but you can get it. If you go to the Facebook platform, go to the left-hand side, look at the word feeds, then you get to choose between friends and groups and pages, and you can just look at the feed for those people. That's really good for those of you that want to interact with just your friends. Say on Facebook, you could go to feeds, you can press friends, and then you can work out, I don't even know who that is. Or you can go through that really quickly and interact and engage and interact and engage. And then that will send signals through AI to the algorithms. And then you're more likely to see their content and they're more likely to see yours. Like, this is a real downside to AI as you as a consumer if you're not aware of this, because you're probably limiting your content being seen by other people unless you're engaging and interacting with people that you want to engage with. Am I making any sense to you? I hope so. And the 5th one is, don't be afraid to, review your, followers on Instagram or Facebook friends on Facebook and cull. Get rid of people that don't serve you. Don't accept followers on Instagram if they're not your people. Don't accept friend requests if they're not your people. If people send me friend requests all the time on Facebook, if they don't have a real profile, if they haven't posted in like a year, I check them out. Everybody's checking you out. So if you don't have a good billboard for Instagram and Facebook, you might want to look at your content, because the very first thing somebody does, if somebody, follows them on Instagram or friend requests you on Facebook, is they go and check out your profile. But who are you connecting to? So every now and again, maybe only like once a year or something, don't spend a lot of time on it, but don't be afraid to cull, to then see content from people you want to see content from, because you've filled up all your friends or your followers with all these random people. Okay? So I hope this helps create a little bit of awareness of how brilliant AI is for you as a creator of content. but you are also a consumer of content, and you want to make sure, if you want to grow a business on social media, that you're interacting and engaging with the right people. Now, your activities and what you engage with, that's all AI. It's all sending signals to the algorithm. So if your news feed is crap, and a lot of people's is, if you scroll your Facebook and it's just like, I'm just not seeing what I want to see. I'm not seeing content from the people that I want to see content from. Go through those 5 things that I've just shared with you and start. If you do a little bit every day, you'll start using AI on the receiving end of it, and it'll work for you in that way as well. So when you're using AI as a creator and you're training AI as a consumer, you got the best of both worlds. Okay? But we don't want to be using AI as a creator in a good way, but then unbeknownst to you, AI in the background is kind of working against you as a consumer because you're not in tune or controlling what you see. And AI controls that, and you can control that. Okay? So I really hope those 5 things can help you. Okay. So thank you for joining me. Go and put those 5 things into place and make sure that you are on top of AI as a consumer as well as a creator. And I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye.